astrologer. So I'm sitting here in Guatemala in my studio, and I'll talk a little bit of astrology after this, and I'm happy to take any questions, you know. So I'm part of the collective.
Yeah. Great, thank you. And then let's go to Nan. I'm unmuting you. Nancy.
Hi, I'm Nan or Nancy. I explore my spirituality through making objects and spaces. Yeah.
Cool. And they contributed some super awesome artwork and herbal recommendations. So you'll see that in the zine. Okay. Turiya.
Hi, I'm Turiya. I help facilitate growth and healing for people. I'm also a musician, and I'm traditionally trained in Reiki, the Usui Holy Fire lineage, as a master. But I feel like whatever I'm offering is informed by a lifetime of other spiritual practices. But that's sort of what I bring to the collective. And today I'll be leading a meditation.
Thank you. Okay, Tay. Are you?
Yeah, hi. Hi, I'm Taylor, and I would say that my spiritual practice is informed by a lot of different creative modalities, mostly music, dance, writing, poetry, and I've been kind of exploring spirituality in various forms for a long time. So, yeah, and I contributed a poem to the zine.
Cool. Thank you. Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm a poet. What's up?
Woohoo. Eryn.
Here. Hi, I'm Eryn. I have orange hair. So that's a mistake. So that's what I've been doing at home. Yeah. I'm not feeling the best right now, so just and I have to be okay with that. So I hope that you understand that, and it's so nice to see so many beautiful faces. Hi, Shauna. Yeah, I'm excited for tonight.
Cool. And let's see. I'm just gonna intro Jaime. I don't know. Jaime, do you want to say something? You can. I don't know. I'll just say Jaime is in the background always. She's the strong silent one. The strong silent type. So let's begin. Deva, are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah. I don't know where we're gonna go, but let's go.
Okay, speak loudly.
Okay, is that strong enough?
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of the things about astrology is that it's a calendar, it gives timing. And we could not have had it better kind of shown than what's going on right now. So as an astrologist, it's just so confirming to me this language of astrology, the calendar of astrology. And we can look at things in a daily sense, we can look at things more long-term, because I think we're in for a marathon. So, you know, the Pluto-Saturn conjunction, which is what's got activated, it happens every 30 or 40 years. The last time was AIDS, the time before that was World War II, time before that was World War I, and so on and so forth. So we see a lot of huge fundamental changes, you know, in these kinds of conjunctions. And it was right on to the minute, this thing. So looking forwards a little bit with this, we're in a kind of a liminal space. Liminal is, we don't know what the outcome's going to be. The Tibetans call this bardo state, you know, very uncomfortable space we're in. And today actually is probably one of the most uncomfortable recent aspects. We got the moon, you know, I had to drag myself out of bed to come here and do this, right? You know, and nothing worked today. So we're in this liminal space, you know, you can see that like a chrysalis, you know, the butterfly is going to come out, but he doesn't know how yet. It's got to struggle for that. Everything's looking in this kind of space with a certain degree of mortality. Am I going to survive this? You know, my own mortality. What structures are going to survive this? Is my ideas going to survive this? My dreams going to survive this? So we're in this liminal space. So, but astrology can give some view forwards. And we are in a really interesting month, let's say it like this. And I won't go too technically into it, but the storm has come through, and now what are we going to do with it? And this month particularly, I feel is like a key in a door. And the door is the end of the year. That's Saturn and Jupiter and Saturn coming together. So we can engineer keys right now to where we want to be after this, through this doorway, you know, at the end of the year. And when we open that doorway, further along is this whole new possibility and landscape to walk out into. So I found myself on this very powerful new moon that just went through. I found myself up in the middle of the night reading through some things and suddenly going, oh, we've got a plan for that festival on the 4th of July in 2025, because that's where we got to go towards, right? This is going to be when, so I'm already looking, we got to run through like a marathon. That was my key in a door, to open and have a landscape of something. And actually I just went and formed, you know, got domains for festival for that time, and, you know, and just started moving in that way. So each of us has a unique ability and gift and something. So yes, a lot of things are dying off. It's just like a war, a lot of casualties, a lot of, you know, circumstances like in a war. My God, you know, how could they just, in that First World War, just go up and just get machine gunned down, all the poets and artists and all the rest of it? You know, so we're going to see tragedies around us of things, of breakdowns and stuff, but we can put keys indoors. We can, you know, look through for our visionary energy. We can obviously turn inside and start to do a lot of breath work and practice. You know, the things of the distancing is giving us space. It's slowing us down. It's asking us to look inside. And so many trends, you know, like I was already getting, why should I get on an airplane, you know, so often? Carbon footprint's not good, you know, so I'm obviously not going to do that. We're doing things like this now. So I ask everybody as artists, as visionaries, and people with ability to project forwards with their energy, to examine in this time, especially before this next full moon, what are the keys that I can put into a door to open for a new way to express myself, to be, to write. That's kind of the general view. And the rest of the year is not easy. My God, is it tough? Don't expect it to be easy, right? I mean, that's probably why you got today, Kiki. It's like a tough day to do this on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we're going to see each moon cycle as things get activated. We can really go into the day to day. But hold that good vision for something out there. I look and what's happening with the same Pluto and Uranus and Neptune. 2025, they've got some sweet stories going on. So, you know, so you're in a marathon is what I'm saying. So I'll probably just leave it. If anybody wants to ask, ask some questions around that, or, here I am. So how's that, Key, for now?
So I'm going to keep everybody on mute.
Okay.
If you, and I see most everyone has joined now that has signed up. So if you have a question, do you see the chat at the bottom? And welcome everybody. Welcome. I didn't say welcome yet. So I'm so glad you're all here. It is a hard day. I'm not feeling great. Eryn's not, everyone's just kind of like, ugh. But we showed up. So that's the important part here. So if you does anyone have questions for Deva about the future? If you do, you can write it in the chat. Do you see the chat function?
Okay.
Okay, so Nan has a question. Between now and 2025, your suggestions to grow and survive this?
Well, breathe is the first one. You're not going to survive unless you breathe, right? Even today, they're starting to put out like Forbes, breath work. They were putting out some very nice yogic breath work practice. So this hits the lungs if you're going to get it. So you got to breathe. So working with breath work at whatever level you can, schedule in for that kind of practice, trying to get an even breath to things. We get attention when we hold our breath in or when we hold it out. So just try and find an even breath in things. Sing a lot more. So those are some of the, personal things to do, because you're going to be anxious about whatever, and that's going to be, it's going to be resident in your body. So that's a primary, everybody should do that. And just really start to tune into what's important to you, it's got to be something around love. And it's got to be something around heartfulness. And so the next practice would be start to look at, your life in the kind of way for yourself and for everybody. We have to come together in this. I'm looking here and Taylor saying what is ushering in the age of Aquarius? There's a lot of story around Aquarius, what it means. And I think in traditional Hellenistics, they wouldn't be so happy to see the age of Aquarius coming in, because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. So the age of Aquarius is a Saturnal. We have to restructure our things, But in a more modern sense, Aquarius is to do with humanity and to do with our community and to do with our energy of coming together. And those are the key energies that I'm looking at. Right now, we have Saturn in Aquarius, Mars in Aquarius this month. So that's the key. At the end of the year, we have Jupiter and Saturn coming together, making this first move into the air signs for 200 years. And it's in Aquarius, same 1 degree as where we are right now. So this is ushering in this kinder, more compassionate, let's be together on the planet. And by 2025, Pluto's going into Aquarius, and it does it in a very nice way. So this is a birthing of something quite big. That's why I say it's a marathon in a sense of where we're going.
And then
I thought it was Saturn and Capricorn, not Aquarius. Yes, Saturn has met Pluto in Capricorn, but just in the end of March, Saturn moved out into Aquarius. So we had a change of tone, but it's going to stop and it's going to come back into Capricorn. It's going to move back towards Pluto for the back half of the year. So we're not out. This isn't over. This is now moving back for a second wave of whatever, you know, that might mean. And then in September, it starts to turn and move and finally go out of Capricorn. So yeah, locally, we're in this transition thing. And then at the end of the year, it will be in Aquarius and moving forwards. Not that that's a piece of cake. I don't think that is. But, you know, it's a very definite change of tone. And it asks us to be active with community and structures that we want to see be just more inclusive and kind at all levels. You know, so yeah, there's a lot of subtle time, and if people want to talk to me about that, you know, we do a
So,
second.
Abbey asked about World War I.
Yeah.
The beginning.
It was complicated. It was Pluto and Saturn. I'm not quite sure on the exact dates, but there was this Pluto-Saturn thing happening at the start of the World War, and everybody was, you know, it was such a strange thing because all of the previous organizations, the dukes and all of the different things, they thought they got this thing whole sorted out. You know, there was no way we could put Europe out of balance. You know, we balanced this monarchy with that one, and all hell just broke loose over this one shooting, you know, and for king and country. And it finished, you know, with everybody very disillusioned. It finished with a very big move of Saturn on Neptune at the end of it, you know. So the outer planets, if you want to know more about the outer planets, they're the ones that are giving the big picture, you know, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto.
So this is a repetitive pattern, essentially. And
it repeats, but it doesn't repeat in the same signs. It doesn't repeat, but it's a repetitive pattern.
Yes. So until we mindfully and slow ourselves down and are more mindful in our evolution, and that starts with your own personal individual evolution, we're going to keep repeating the same pattern over and over and over again, and it will become more and more destructive.
Well, this is a big one. This is a 40-year pattern, so we don't get too much to repeat these. These are societal patterns.
Well, that's what it's a bigger, larger, grand scheme, generational time pattern that now is our opportunity to be more mindful and slow down. So we have this pressure to restart the economy, and all of these things are coming up. But until we say, hold on, and really think about what we're doing to ourselves and the environment and how we are connecting with the planet, we're just gonna keep eating shit.
Well, you know, you're absolutely right, the vision, but I see that through to 2025. So,
yeah, so this is a time, these are the years to breathe.
I'm sure it's not this election, God knows what hell space that's gonna produce, you know, but the one afterwards, maybe, right? We've got some slivers of possibilities here, you know, to go through. I mean, I just read today, the airline industry will not recover for 5 years. You know, well, let's hope it never does in the same way. You know, because we can't sustain those things. So there's very, very deep individual choices to make. Do I get on that plane and go and see mom, or what? You know, we have very strong individual choices we can make. And we all contribute because we now are aware of all of these things. we're aware of the astrology. We're aware. Everybody's kind of in a more woken up space about this. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So does anybody else have any questions? Going once, going twice. And all right. So I think we're ready for Turiya. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Great.
Okay, so today I want to lead a guided visualization to help us better integrate the spirit and the soul. And so when I say the soul, I'm talking about the part of us that's informed by our experiences. It's informed by this life, any other lives, our decisions, our choices, and it's home to both the conscious and subconscious aspects of ourself. So in that sense, it can hold like our highest vibrational selves and also our lowest. And spirit, I'm addressing as the highest part of ourself, the purest part of ourself that's outside of the ego, that's connected to source or the highest force in our world, however you view it. And so in integrating those, we become closer to sort of universal wisdom, clarity, and the highest aspects of ourselves, the more that we can align with that energy. So that's my intention for this. And so to begin, just try to get as comfortable as you can. And if it makes you more comfortable to turn off your camera, go ahead and do that. It's going to be a closed eye visualization, meditation. So once everyone feels comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start by taking a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And you can repeat after me aloud or internally. I'm going to say one phrase 3 times. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for the true manifestation of my purpose. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for the true manifestation of my purpose. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for the true manifestation of my purpose. And start connecting with the breath. And as you get comfortable in this space, you can begin to visualize a sphere of white light encompassing you in all directions, radiating out about 6 feet. And let's take another deep breath in. And connect with the feeling of this space. Affirming that no energies can enter that aren't in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of all. That this space is safe. And begin to visualize a beam coming from the top of the sphere, inching closer to the crown of the head. And as you breathe in, allow the beam to enter your crown. And as you breathe out, allow it to exit through the third eye. Clearing this space and connecting this space with the energy around you. And on our next inhale, let that beam come down and sit in the throat, and exhale that light back out through the throat. You can visualize that as many times as you'd like in each of these places. Taking a deep breath in, holding, exhaling. And as we inhale, let's let that light drop down into the heart. And take a moment to recognize how it feels to have it there. Is there any resistance? As you breathe, can you allow that space to open little by little? And on our next exhale, we'll let that light exit through the heart. And notice any shifts in the energy around you. Allowing that light that's passed through you to swirl. And as we breathe in, let's connect with that beam, allowing it to move down into the navel. And let it resonate in that space. Clearing the organs, clearing our negative ideas of self. Freeing us to know ourselves more intimately. Giving us more room for self-love, self-appreciation. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. Exhale. And on our next exhale, let's let that light out through the navel. Allowing it to move around us. And on our next inhale, let's let that beam drop down into the pelvis. Breathing into that space. Allowing it to become illuminated. Feeling any discomfort that arises, any joy that arises. Letting any memories pass through your mind. Let's take a deep breath in. And allow your breath to open up your hips. Allowing them to relax. Making your seated position more comfortable. Letting you sink into the floor or the chair. Giving that space room to breathe, to expand and contract. And let's take another deep breath in and hold. And when you exhale, release the light out. And take a moment to check in with yourself. Focusing on the breath and any sensations that are arising in the body or the mind. And on your next inhale, let's allow that beam to drop down to the tailbone and allow it to go further out, connecting to the bottom of the sphere. And visualize that beam of light going from the top through the body and all of the chakras to the bottom of the sphere. And let yourself feel the energy. Let yourself expand. And if you feel called to, you can start to add beams in the other energy points from the front to the back of the sphere. So through the third eye, through the throat, through the heart, through the navel, and through the pelvis. And sit with that grid. Allow it to bring about wholeness, support, unity. And on your next exhale, allow the visualization of the beams to fall away, leaving you surrounded by white light. Knowing that it surrounds you and is within you. And take a moment to connect with this space. And if you feel called to, you can affirm that this energy will stay with you in the coming days, helping you integrate, supporting you. And when you feel ready, you can start to massage the body. With your eyes closed, squeezing the arms, the shoulders, squeezing the legs. And take a final deep breath in. Exhaling. And when you feel ready, you can flutter the eyes open and come back into the space. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Turiya. That was amazing. If you have something to say, please put it in the chat for now. And we'll get to it. Especially, let us know how you're feeling after that. Jess says thank you.
If there's anything that you feel like sharing about the experience, you can put it in the chat, and I'll also put my email in the chat if you want to send me your experiences that way.
I felt very watery, including teary. So,
Aww.
yeah, it was nice. Okay, so everyone feels a bit uplifted, I think, which is great. I'm gonna continue. My mom says it was a very peaceful experience. Okay, so Jess, I'm gonna have you unmute yourself because for whatever, okay, I did it. I did it.
You did it. Yes.
I'll just read through some of these really quick. So Mina, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, felt electrified, magnified, called to intuitive movement, equally in the earth and the cosmos, which is awesome. Daniel Sharp says, yeah, there's some blockage, which makes sense for the day. I keep feeling blocked by accessing the points because of his backbone. Yeah, you should contact Turiya. All right, let's do this. By the way, your hair looks fucking phenomenal. Jess. Okay, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I think you're talking to Turiya. I watched it.
Yeah, they know my they know I love their hair too, or lack thereof. I'm envious. Oh, Mom, Danielle Sharp is in the room. Is she still here? Okay. So, and then my bio mom is also here, Nan. So there's lots of good energy happening here. All right. So, Jess, please cast us your spell with your beautiful poem.
All right, can you guys hear me all right? Yeah? Okay. This piece is called As Evidence, As If, and it's in 2 parts. So, as evidence, as if. I brought you back a hagstone, a shell only. A river rock might have been more impressive when you consider the investment of time and energy on water's behalf. But I was by the ocean, so take the shield as memory, as message, as souvenir, as letting go, as potential, adornment, as look at how far we've gone, as we all carry a whole, as what can pass through that portal, as it hasn't even been that long since. I brought you back a hagstone, the washing of irritant against thin basin until inevitable consequence. Evidence, if you're hunting for some justification. Of what? Well, now it's your turn. And when you emerge on the other side of this, you will be a different person again. Jagged edges of previous selves scrape against throat with each attempt to swallow them. It's okay to gasp, as if coming up for air, as if surfacing. Feel time, this period, both expand and contract across the length of new identity, fold back on itself, as if an accordion-bound book, as if extracting exoskeleton, home, as if you could secrete, carry your own landscape, as if you could be anyone else.
Woohoo! Thank you, Jess.
Thank you for letting me read. That was nice.
Yes. Yeah, I'm reading a lot. People are feeling blocked around the heart. I also definitely have a huge shield up, like more than usual. I'm unmuting Eryn, so we're just gonna talk a little bit. Etty, you're gonna get a copy. It's in the zine. Woohoo! Great. So Eryn and I were just gonna kind of discuss the heaviness happening and that we're just so proud of everyone for showing up. And what do you have to say?
Yeah, well, it's something that, you know, I think I've been feeling for quite some time. I've been doing, like the last workshop that we did, we were doing inner child connection and kind of healing there. And I had the opportunity to retrieve so many things from my parents' house because it's sold, like all these different pictures and report cards and awards. And I was really, really obsessed about perfect attendance. It was like something I had to have. I had to have perfect attendance in everything I did. And I just looking at it, I found it to be so strange. And then I realized it's because a lot of things in my life, now being adult or how life is structured, I don't want to go to. You know, I'm not passionate about. When I was a child, I was really engaged and wanted to experience things and really have that power. So that was a really important way for me to really, a good example for me to really visualize, to see where I am showing up in my life and how and what I am doing with my time. I think very often you can be kind of stuck into a cycle, and this is what you have to do just to survive. So with this pandemic and with COVID, it really is an opportunity to stop and cut things away, throw them into the fire, things that no longer serve you, restructuring, as you mentioned, Deva. A whole timeline has fallen away for all of us. And for me, it's a really powerful gift, a really, really big, powerful gift. And I think that if we take the time to examine our lives, like I'm doing now, to see how I invest my time, to see what I'm doing, to find my true purpose, then this is like a time of transformation and really, really powerful. But with that, as Kiki mentioned, I've also been really realizing that it's okay. It's okay if I don't want to do something. It's okay. I don't have to continually always be producing something. We've talked about like being and not doing, and that's very powerful too. Just being very still and being showing compassion really to myself and in the heart, and other people, in society. Where I live right now, side note, I live in this really small town about a half an hour outside of Ann Arbor, and it's like an old downtown from the 1800s, and it's really cute. But 2 weeks in a row, this little food truck keeps popping up in this little area, and I had no idea. The first week it was Mexican food, and people were lined up like down the block, which is crazy, all kind of spaced apart. And I was just really confused. What are they doing? Why are they out doing this? And then it happened again this past weekend, but it was Chinese food. And instead of me sitting there judging them and just trying to figure out like what they're doing, and here I am, a hire from my apartment looking down and across to them, I really took it as an opportunity to practice compassion and connection with them in my heart too, knowing that it doesn't serve myself or them if I'm constantly judging in that way, and just to really strengthen that connection. And Turiya, that meditation was perfect. It's exactly what I needed for today, and I'm so glad that I showed up. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. I feel like a lot better. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So Nan, I'm unmuting. Nan, go for it. Nan is contributing something awesome to the zine.
So
I'm going to talk about it. Yeah.
I was reading what was provided to me about fire and water, and I was thinking about herbs and the idea and experience of being calmed by things, elements we put inside our bodies. So one being water, and we're mostly made up of water anyway. And then I was also thinking about like respiration. And then two herbs came to mind, lavender and St. John's wort. So these two, I've been drinking St. John's wort sort of like on its own, and then I've been putting it in stews and soups. And I've found it really grounding. It's similar to lavender in that they've both been used as sedatives. So they both have calming properties. Lavender, I would say you can sort of breathe it in through your nose and it'll help you go to bed. St. John's wort, I haven't tried that with, but I was thinking about marrying the two herbs and how the symbiosis or synergy could actually enhance the experience. So I made sort of like very quickly these little visual depictions of the two herbs being married, using gesso, India ink, some plastic I collect plastic that can't be recycled, and then I try to use it in the objects I make. So that was like how I was thinking about when two things are married, there can be a sort of new experience that could be beneficial to us. So then I made this little recipe card. And it just basically says lavender and St. John's wort suggested. And I always say that I'm suggesting things because, you know, experiences are different for everybody. For relief, calm, and a jazzy nervous system. So for me, when I drink the two together, I feel calm, but uplifted in a sense. So it's actually really nice before bed because it's almost like you're respecting the time for rest by falling into it in an energized way, if that makes any sense. It may feel light, grounding, and vibrant. And then for a cup of tea, I usually just put a teaspoon of lavender, a teaspoon of St. John's wort, and then I usually steep to 8 minutes because I like things a little bit stronger, but overall, this is very light tasting anyway. I usually keep it covered when it's steeping, and then for aid in sleeping, you can sprinkle both, or sometimes I mix lavender and chamomile and chrysanthemum into a cotton pouch, and then inhale, exhale deeply 3 times, and then you can stuff the rest into your pillow if you'd like. They both actually flower from June to August. So lavender flowers June, July, and St. John's wort, which is yellow. It's also known as the sun of earth, sun, S-U-N, of earth sometimes. And then this flowers July and August. Other things, St. John's wort can soothe digestion. And back in the day, I've read that it was even good for creating, like, healing nerves inside of us from trauma. But who knows? There's no way to measure that, really. And then last bit about lavender, it can resonate, the bloom can resonate with the crown chakra. So I was thinking about that when Turiya was leading the meditation. I was really open during that part, and then like a couple of people, I felt really blocked later on. Yeah, so you'll get this in the zine, and we filled in with a little bit of color with Kiki.
Okay. Thank you. I love your artwork. $1,000 each, if anyone wants to buy. They'll be in the zine, so you'll get it. You'll get it in the online zine. And hopefully, I actually have some lavender spray. I'm gonna spray it right now. Woo! For everybody. All right. Taylor, where are you? I'm unmuting you. And Taylor also contributed a poem, and they're also going to read.
Hi. Can everyone hear me okay?
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna read a poem that I wrote. This one's a lot different than how I typically create poems. I wanted it to be not just a poem, but kind of like a visualization as well. So I constructed it a little bit differently, and I also ended up taking pieces of multiple poems and just sort of like merging them, and then building off of that. So yeah, and it is kind of about merging elements within ourselves. So I thought it kind of worked. So, okay. It's called Elemental. You're on a lake, very early morning, somewhere upstate. You canoe through a narrow pass, smooth water dwelling between bouldered bases of ancient mountain faces, tall slates like tall tales looming on either side of you. Loons call through you. You know home has lived in your bones for centuries. You pause, rest, set the oar down, undress, get out. Now you want to bathe. So you break the delicate skin of dawn. You plunge, careless, and resurface. It's nothing to be afraid of or serious about. It's just washing, getting clean, being a part of nature, accepting that you've died yet again, and that whomever you were or thought you would be is somewhere among the pines that skirt the lake's perimeter, jagged with star-shaped pine. You rise to the surface. You look out at the horizon line. An orange ball of flame is rising out of water. Dawn, casting its daggers of peace. Your gaze stays just above the surface, still as glass. When you close your eyes, you see a perfect triangle pointing upwards. Rising energy, fire, yang. Another triangle appears, inverted, its point facing down into the earth. Water, yin. Watch them intersect to make a six-pointed star. Quiet your diamond mind. Then, with the deep beneath you and the sky above you, wed yourself to the air. Okay, that's it.
Yay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Fire, water, yeah.
Woo! All right. So I'm gonna keep chugging along here. Because last time the collective reading ended up being an hour, but that was collective inner child. So we were kind of like going down a wormhole. This time, let's try and keep it at 15 minutes. If anyone has any questions or anything, they can chat me in the side notes. So I'm gonna stand up, and if you have the energy, do too. I'm just gonna ask everyone to do a little wiggle, a little shaky. Get a little wiggly, loosen up. Feel where there's tension in your body. Shake it out. So I'm just gonna do a quick call in. So if you know where north is, you're gonna face north. So north, I call in the earth. Connecting us into the Gaia, into the ground, into the full abundance of the earth that provides everything we need in order to live. Calling into our bodies, the strength of the earth, grounding energy. Facing west, water. I call in the water, what touches our hearts, our emotional sphere. Calling in the element of water. East, air. Calling in our innermost thoughts, our intellect, our mental strength that will provide stamina for us through this trying time. south fire, I call in the collective creation and sexual energy within each of us individually and as a collective unit. And then center, I call in the ether, the spirit, the intangible, unknown mysteries, with the focus of water and fire here today. The two most undermined elements in our society. Calling them in. So we can think of sun setting on a water, or a volcano and the lava coming down into water. And it creates a mist. And this mist allows us to enter into a space of unknown realms. All right. So I'm going to draw the cards. North. South. East. Or west. East. And ether. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with the north. We have here the Eight of Wands. You can see. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, okay. So in the north right now, and I'm feeling this as most of us are creative people, here today. I'm feeling this as a block. So we have the 8, which is perfectionism. And I feel now there's a lot of pressure. We're safe at home. We're isolated, but we're safe. And so we feel this immense pressure to be creative and to get shit done that we can't normally do when we have to go to and from our day jobs and all of these sorts of day-to-day things that have gone by the wayside. So we're experiencing this time, this moment in time where we want to create, and it's building out more pressure for us together to feel that we're creating. And I just want to say, let it go. Let your projects go. Be a little weird. Draw some scribbles on a page. Write something that you normally wouldn't write. Create something that you wouldn't normally create. It's not time to put pressure on yourself. We're in a state of collective grief and PTSD. And if you can get anything done, fantastic. But don't try and make too much pressure around your creativity. It's let it go. Just let it fall by the wayside. Okay, so moving on here. South, we're getting into the fire. So fire, we've got 7 of Swords. So there's a lot of, again, mental happenings. It's kind of just, I could almost say the same things that I just said in another way. So this is affecting our body. We're feeling it in our body even. This like, heavy weight. Here, with the fire, we're all up in our jar. I hear people also, you know, they're getting a million light bulbs a minute of so many great ideas. And then that creates even more pressure, right? It's a pressure cooker. Your brain is a fucking pressure cooker right now. Yeah. Maybe we should all play that song and do a dance. If you don't know that song, I guess I'll send it when I'll put a link in the zine. So this is really, it's about taking mental action. So it's allowing these ideas to flow through. Just keep them coming. You can also see like there's these this is a ribbons, and we're coming up on Beltane, which we touch on in the zine. And I'll have Eryn here, I'll unmute you. You're our Beltane expert. I can't do it. Wait, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm an expert, but I did contribute just a little blurb on the pagan holiday and then a tarot spread. So yeah, so it's a cross-quarter holiday. It celebrates the marriage of the sun god. I don't know how to pronounce his actual name, but that's where the name of the festival comes from. And then the marriage of the great goddess, as in the fields and the earth, right? And then they consummate their marriage on the solstice. So there's a lot of celebration of passion and fire and sex, and the maypole obviously represents the phallus, and revelers dance around with the ribbons and flower crowns. Fire's also a very big portion too. They would jump over the bonfire with themselves or their lovers as purification. So really fun stuff. And then I also mentioned I had this desire to watch The Wicker Man, the original one, last week, and if you don't have anything to do for Beltane on Friday, totally check it out. It's on Netflix. But yeah, they do a pretty good representation, but it's very, very entertaining.
Yeah. So, I mean, with that, there's your phallus pole there, and there's the ribbons, right? So, I mean, there's definitely, give yourself a moment to jot down ideas that are coming through you, do some meditations, get some downloads. It will be in the zine too, so you'll get some good ideas if you don't have any, but I have a feeling y'all probably have too many. So just let it keep flowing, write it down, let it come through you, and you can circle back to it later. Just let there be a flow in your mind space. It's definitely on fire. So it's really about, choosing. You have the choice. So it's about choosing how you're going to, the way you want to direct your mind and mental flow. So with that, circling in, we have for water, the deluge, which is flooding, grief, emotional grief. So, I mean, it's really, this is for the West. Abbey, this is for the West. So, did I say West or did I say East? Sorry. It's for the West. So this is the element water, and we've got a lot of water. So you've got to give yourself, stop putting the pressure on yourself creatively and mentally, and give yourself space to feel sadness and to feel the collective grief that we're going through. This is a huge collective PTSD that's happening, and we've just got to allow space and time for this process. So slow down. As Deva said, do breath work. Breath work. I can't say it enough. You've got to do the breath work. Just do it. You're going to feel ego resistance. You're not going to want to do it. Just go ahead and do it. If you need references, I'll include those as well. I've been feeling ego resistance to it. I've joined breathwork groups and had to shut it off because I just couldn't deal. But just keep trying and do it on your own. Make your own soundtrack, play your own music, breathe in your own way. But it's really important for us to get the grief processed through. If we internalize it, we're going to create even more blockage. We're saying our hearts are blocked, right? We said that we could feel the shield around our hearts. So this is the key to open it up. Okay. So then we're in the East. Yeah, we have air. So this is great. This is the Magician. New start. Using all your tools in your tool shed. Get them all out, lay them on the table. See what you've got there, See what's there for you. Oh yeah, Eryn says grief is held in the lungs, which it is. So if you're not processing, it's just gonna help you literally, medically, physically, with your immune system, all of that, And then with the air, here we are, we've got all the tools we need. So take account for the positive aspects of your own self. What? Oh yeah, Deva says, wail it out, sing out the blues too. So maybe the next one we can have a singing party. I don't know if that goes over very well in Zoom though. So yeah, I don't know how. Okay, there. I never do this right. Okay, so now that I'm almost done, okay, so I'm gonna just I'll circle back when I'm done, but this is, it's really important to take account of what you've got in your tool shed. Dust off the tools that you haven't used in a while. Everyone's got different ones, right? So make a list of things that you can do. That could be simply coloring in a coloring book that you haven't done in a while, pulling out books that are your favorites and rereading them. There's so many different things. And just looking at your personal aspects of your own personality that are strong points for yourself. And also looking at your personality aspects that aren't as easy, and also using those as tools. So look for combinations and polarities and new ideas that can come from the polarities within yourself. Okay. Finally, we have ether, which is the Two of Cups. Love. The ether, the spirit is calling for love. It's saying, don't look at things in good or bad. Look at the whole sphere. I say this all the time. Look at love. Look at the wholeness of love. Let that be your guide. Call in love every day. Make a mantra about it. There's many good ones. I guess I'll also include that in the zine. So I'm just going to recap. 8 of Cups. We have North, Earth. So I talked about putting too much pressure on yourself to finish creative projects. Don't do it. Just play. Just let it go. Let the projects go for a minute. Because we're experiencing something, we need to slow down. We don't understand what it is yet. We don't understand. So we need to just take time to get rid of the blocks and explore these other aspects of ourselves. Same thing again here. So we have a lot of mental activity. Choose how you want to channel and direct your mental activity. You're ultimately in control. Again, slow down, slow down, slow down. Meditate, breath work, because this is the water element here. She is crying. She is pouring out the water. We have to allow ourselves time to process what's happening and grieve. Air, East, get out your tool belt, work on new ideas. Think about your positive aspects, your negative aspects, combine them together in new ways. And this one I just talked about, so I think we're good. Eryn, do you have anything you want to add? You're good? Deva, you got anything?
Yeah, you know, the 8 of Wands is just so much freedom of action in a sense. So it's very positive, actually. I always like that 8 of Wands. You know, either side you've got headaches, the 9, and in the way 7 is like defensiveness, and the Ace is okay. We can just go with this. Where's my body taking? You know, and the 7 of Swords, old stories. You know, old projections, you know, a lot of old dreams or whatever. You know, let it go, let it go. And yeah, those are, because there's kind of more minor cards like that, you know, it's situational. And then the big guys of relationship and love and the Magician, the Devil, bigger atmospherics around all that. Powerful. I like that we're looking at life as a ceremony. I love it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. I'm messing up on the, I don't know how to unpin people. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got it. Great. Okay, so now we're gonna go into what mini readings. Minis. All right. First up, I see Abbey. I'm unmuting you.
Hi.
Hi.
I wasn't expecting you called on.
I mean, I can take you off too.
No. That's fine.
Okay. I don't know why it's not letting me do speaker view. It's just like not working. Okay. I'm just gonna, I'll just pin me again. All right. So how are you doing? Actually, everybody go like this. Great. Lovely. Okay. So I am going to just do 1 card readings, 1 card. That's everything for now. Got that, put that there, there.
How many cards are in that deck? There's a lot.
Yeah, this deck has, it has 84, 86.
Wow.
But I took them out. Yeah. All right. So.
Your audio might have just cut out.
Did it?
I just didn't hear. It sounded like you said something after you said how many cards are in that deck, but I couldn't hear what.
I didn't.
Okay.
It was meaningless. Okay. So you have the Page of Wands. So okay, this is a great card.
Great.
It's springtime. You can see little bunnies, little mushrooms. There's moss that's grown on the ore. So basically, for you, this is about opening curiosity, getting out and playing creatively with nature and with your sexuality and creativity. So being more playful. Do you know the book Pleasure Activism?
Nope.
Okay. I would recommend reading that.
I love a book prescription.
Okay, great. So get that book.
You said creativity, nature, got it.
So the Page of Wands. Wands is your creative and sexual self. And the page is curiosity, innocence, an innocent curiosity. So this one could be it's about to be or not to be. So do I create this thing or do I not? But take it in the realm of the Pleasure Activism book.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Great.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, next we have VSMB. You're muted. I'll just leave you muted. I don't know if you want to be muted or not. So VSMB, if you want to be unmuted, just chat. Otherwise, I will show you your card. So you've got the Hermit. This is a good card for now. This is about, and for anyone that has to take off, I'll still read your card so you'll get a timestamp with your when your card is read. I'm taking notes. Okay. So the Hermit, it's about being a hermit. It's about therapy and isolating and kind of everything we're doing now. So how are you doing that? You have some choices. You can either like drink a bottle of wine every night and pass out, or you can use these moments to encapsulate the wisdom within yourself. So making those choices in isolation, do you want to connect in with your inner wisdom? This card is saying, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Read those books. Watch those films you've been meaning to. Enjoy just tapping into whatever creates inner wisdom for you. It could just be observation. If you know, maybe I'm thinking Krishnamurti could be a good place. You could YouTube Krishnamurti vids. If you don't have a good jumping board to start, that might be a good one. Okay. Daniel Sharp. How are ya?
I'm
Hi.
good.
Great. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Two of Wands.
Ooh.
It's kind of like last week. Anima and Animus. So, higher self, animal self, connecting them, fusing them together in a playful way. The world is your oyster or your soccer ball. Yeah. So bridging, acknowledging your ego existence, and pulling in the higher self, your higher consciousness. And then fusing those together, creating. Spawn of creation, which I know you're good at doing. Does that make sense for you right now?
Completely. Yeah.
Are you gonna dress up like a penguin?
I get some good scissors.
Oh man, maybe I should make you a penguin costume. Yeah, so just connecting the animal self and the higher self. Noticing when you are one or the other and melding them together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Ironically, the next in line, I can't unmute you. It's my mother. Can you unmute yourself? There.
I'm unmuted.
We found out through cosmic craziness that my mom taught Daniel. Where did you go?
I'm right here.
I can't see you now. My mom. Oh, there you are. My mom taught Daniel tennis lessons when he was little.
Yeah, he was a great student.
Oh, thank you.
So cute.
We always had fun together.
Aw, 10 years later, here we are.
Exactly.
Okay, on a tarot Zoom. Did you ever think?
No, never thought.
Okay, Queen of Cups. Ooh,
okay.
that's a cute outfit.
Yeah,
Maybe not for North Carolina, but so this is saying you've experienced a lot of emotional hardship and you know your boundaries and you know when to say yes or no.
Okay.
So use them in a way that's healthy for you, that feels right for you. Don't take shit from nobody.
All right. I won't.
Does that make sense for you?
It does. Yeah.
How was your day?
How was my day?
Yeah, did someone give you shit?
No, I actually went to work today for 4 hours.
I know.
Yeah, no, it was fine.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Yeah, so just own all the things that you've dealt with within your life and use them to your advantage when you're making decisions.
Okay.
Emotional decisions. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cups is emotions. So you are the queen of your emotions and feelings.
That's very important.
It is. It sure is.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
By the way, I love you.
I love you too. Mwah.
Mwah.
All right, so next we've got Shauna. Hi, Shauna.
Hi.
Where'd you go?
Hi.
Keeps popping out.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. I keep switching around. Okay, this is great. Ooh, temperance. So this is about the red ibis. So it's about using your intuition and connecting in with your higher self to connect in with your guides, your spirit guides.
I call upon them a lot.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, they're just giving you the nod right now and saying that they're here for you.
I have to remember to thank them.
Yeah, that would be good. Do you know what I've been pouring out a spot of tea for my
for your homies, spirit guide homies.
Yeah, or bringing them flowers and things like that. Full moon would be a great time to do that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have an altar?
No.
No, Nancy, I don't drink the tea after. Although sometimes I've asked if I can take sips of it when I've run out, if I'm being totally honest.
I can make one though. I have a cute little space for one.
Yeah,
it looks kind of like one, but I didn't think about it. Yeah.
Get a little more serious about it.
Yeah.
Make an altar. And then, of course, with temperance comes moderation. So everything in moderation. As much as possible.
Sounds good.
Great. Any questions? No? Good?
Good. Sounds good.
Great. Okay. Nan. Can you unmute?
Yeah.
Okay, there. Nan is my bio mom. So there, you guys can wave at each other. I don't think you've said hi before.
No, this is the first time Betsy and I have met.
Cool. In the tarot group. Perfect. Awesome. You both got kind of badass cards too. So, so you have strength. So what do you see there? She's got her head in that lion.
Yeah.
Mouth, right?
And down the throat of the lion.
So the lion is represented, well, we're starting it out. This whole thing is with Leo. and the fire energy of Leo. And it ends actually on water, which is cups. Well, and there's other stuff too, but it's in the Scorpio moon. In any case, so it's a fixed sign. So you can't put your head in the lion's mouth. That's a stubborn lion, right? So the lion is also representing ego. So it's like acknowledging the ego and taming the ego. And it is quite literally strength. So you have to be a badass to engage this kind of circle with the animal self. You have to know what you're doing. So it's kind of similar, drawing back to the East draw with the magician, and taking out your tool belt of your strengths and utilizing those, and just observing and watching your own self in this time, and utilizing your own power and strength to help first yourself, like an airplane, you know, with a kid. You have to put on your own face thing before you put on the kid's face thing. So doing it for yourself first,
right,
and then doing it for the other people around you in your community. So make sure that what are you doing right now for your own personal strength?
spending time alone and just being and journaling and meditation.
Yeah, great. Perfect. Keep doing that. I would also I don't know, something's telling me to take like an online boxing class or something. I'm not sure why, but like I can't remember who. Someone sent me, oh yeah, my friend Mel. I'll send you this thing she sent me. Well, I want to sign up for it. It's kind of like, what was that guy, Bo? I can't remember. Tybo, the Tybo guy. Like doing something like that online.
Okay.
Billy Blanks. Yeah. Do you remember Billy Blanks? We had to do that in gym class.
Sorry.
So weird. In any case, like feel into your strength, your groundedness. Definitely you're grounded, so feel into that. Help yourself and then help your surroundings.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. We did Abbey, we did VSMB. Giustina and Jay in the house.
How are you?
Good, how are you? I'll do one for each of you.
Okay.
Here's Giustina. Oh, Queen of Swords.
Whoa.
Play.
They're mean.
Yo, whenever Turiya's around, whenever I'm about to like see them, I pull this card. It's so weird.
Really?
Yeah, so this is that's a prelude to saying this is a great card.
Okay.
And it's like you are quick-witted, and mental power is key for you right now.
All right.
Whip it out.
Oh yeah.
Use that sword. Not on Jay though.
And I gotta redirect the sword.
Yeah, get on video or YouTube or something. I don't know. Yeah.
The sword being creative power, will,
Intellect, intellectual powers. She is gifting you with them. Use your chakras. Use your Lilith. Do you know about your Lilith?
Mm-mm.
That's what we should do. You're gonna look into your Lilith and then use it for intellectual strength.
Okay.
I'll help you figure that out.
Thanks.
I don't know where you went again, but
Right here.
Jay, do you want one? I can't see anything.
Yes, I'm right here.
Oh, there, you disappeared. Okay. I think people are dropping like flies. So.
Sounds like a or I don't know. Just kidding.
Hey, are you overworked? Right now? Why are you laughing?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you?
I have been up until like now-ish.
Okay. Yeah. Spend some time collecting yourself. I mean, you were literally just eating, so that's good.
Yes.
Next time do it sitting down though.
Oh, yeah, I've said that even. I've said that.
Well, just yesterday she was saying that she's overworked, so it's funny you say that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Take some time for yourself. Do it.
Gonna.
Indulge,
Totally do it.
indulge a little. Be that guy, not that guy.
Fuck
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I'm usually the weird guy on the bottom.
You are definitely. But that's like your little spirit is up here. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So definitely stop being that little donkey, armadillo, ram creature, man creature. Take off your boots. Get a foot massage.
I'm gonna take off my work pants like right now.
I know. And make somebody else pick up that bread off the ground.
Heck yeah.
And cut it into slices.
Heck yeah.
Well, that would be me. So, I will do that.
Just a little. Help her out a little bit.
Crystal clearness.
Hey, sit down while you're eating. Okay. Next. We've got. Is that everybody? Yes.
Hey.
Who's talking?
You. We're all here.
No, I know, but I wanted to do the people that were attending that were not contributing first. So we went through everybody. Okay. I'm going to start with Turiya because they have to go.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, darling. The Empress.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dolly Parton. Do you like Dolly?
I respect Dolly. I can't say I've spent a lot of time with Dolly, but I think she's a hell of a woman, let's say.
You should listen to that Radio Lab series about Dolly.
I just saw that article that she was the producer of Buffy or something, and everyone was freaking out.
Oh, yeah. Man, people that love Buffy really love Buffy.
I don't know. I'm not one of those people.
Me either. In art school, I had a classmate, every single art project she did was about Buffy the Vampire Slayer in every single class. It was insane. Like her English paper,
a spell of its own.
her sculptures. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. In any case, tap into the goddess and lay yourself on some pillows and be a little bit indulgent with your creative self. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm taking notes.
I mean, this is a fab card shouting at you. What are you doing? Are you gardening?
I have started to, I was like repotting some stuff today, and I've been procrastinating planting new things.
Yeah. So
I've been planting things inside, but I need to plant the things outside.
Yeah, do a little bit of that, and then do a little bit of lounging.
Okay.
Lounging around. When's the last time you did that?
Honestly, I kind of got on this like hype beast mode the last week, and today was the first time that I took a nap, because today was really weird day, where I probably could have slept from like my nap at 4 o'clock till tomorrow. But
same, yeah.
yeah, I've been like kick-started, so I haven't been lounging per se, but I'm gonna make time to lounge.
Good. Make it so. Do it for a while. Like, I can feel it from you. I'm just like, you definitely, it's like.
Well, I'm trying to make new patterns, and then I'm gonna make the weekends lounge. Like, I'm trying to create structure, because I was lounging a lot, and now I'm like very active, and then gonna create time for lounging and time for activity.
Perfect. So do it soon, and also like just get into kind of a more femmy creative vibe. And rest is resistance, that whole thing. That's what I'm feeling for you. Okay, thank you so much for your guided meditation too. Made me feel a lot better.
Me too.
Okay, good. I was like, I hope they don't feel drained after it.
No, it was amazing.
Great. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. Jesica Davis. I can't unmute. I don't know.
Yes, hi.
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 Do you see the world?
The world?
Yeah. You feeling a bit of weight?
Yep. Yeah. We've been talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have much to say. I would kind of go along the same lines as Turiya and be like, take a bath with some rose petals.
I'm allergic.
Well, okay. Whatever you want to put in do you even like baths? You don't like baths, do you?
No.
Okay.
But I would do it if you told me to. I think I took one once when we lived in Berlin because you told me to.
Yeah, I don't think you looked comfortable though.
Anyway.
I don't know. I can't remember anything. I have a faulty memory. You heard that here first, folks. So, yeah. Well, definitely we can see the smudging, clearing. Are you clearing and smudging?
No.
Yeah, do that. I've got a protection thing to send you.
I could use some protection. That'd be great.
Yeah. Okay, great. Let's do it. I'm going to send it to you. I can't say you're not gonna feel this weight off anytime soon. Yeah.
I don't expect to, no.
Yeah. Abbey recommends alternating hot and cold shower. I do that as well.
I do that, yeah.
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 I thought so. But I think for you, I think you're so wired right now. It's like you've got to get
drop down a little bit.
Yeah, parasympathetic a little, which isn't easy. It ain't. Oh, somebody's snoring. So yeah, I think the big thing for you is like some protection, something you can do in the morning.
I already have a morning ritual, so I'm happy to incorporate new things into it for sure.
Yeah, and with that, you have incense, right?
No, I don't really burn incense.
Okay. Have to think of some kind of a clearing thing for you.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, I think I can make something for you for when you come. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Abbey, I did yours, right? Yeah, you were the first one. Okay. Nan. I can't unmute anybody, so.
Hi.
Eryn, is that the link to the Yoki protection? Yeah, Jess, that's the thing I was going to send you. Eryn put it in the link thing. If anyone wants to use like a good protection thing that's short, this is awesome. Huh? Let me say something. Okay. Nan.
Hi.
Yes, you got my favorite card right now.
Who's that?
Dr. Falk. It's a little weird bat creature. I'm obsessed with bats right now. You're gonna see I'm making a whole project about them. So this is about the divine sacred masculine, and that it's endangered. It needs to be protected. And you are one appointed, as I well know, protect it. And part of that is you internally. For sure. So there can be some kind of like watch out for manipulative things or people or behaviors coming your way, and and think about them in the vein of the divine masculine. Does that make sense to you?
Not really.
Okay. So think about yang energy. I mean, you've said to me, I know you, so you've said to me before that you do view yourself as masculine, right? Sometimes.
It's half and half.
Yeah.
Or not always.
So
there is that side, yeah.
Yeah. So think about people like Prince or David Bowie. Those are kind of divine masculine creatures. Think about how they're gone. They're gone from the world. And that part of you is a replacement. Not a replacement. That's not the right word. You're taking over for those kinds of individuals. And that, I mean, we know toxic masculinity. We know cis men that they're not divine. They sure aren't divine, right? So this is about helping in your own way, whether it be with art, or I know you have to deal with these kinds of people in your work. It could be work related. Thinking about yourself as a protector of this masculine energy. So instead of these kind of lower self understandings that general humanity has, how can you help that general humanity raise their consciousness?
Mm-hmm.
That you have something internally that can help raise the consciousness of the divine masculine. Does that make sense at all or not? Still not?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
We can talk about it more. But there's something within you that has the capability.
I mean, I've had a really hard time with the men.
Yeah.
The past few weeks, like very intense, like from the past coming up too.
Yeah.
So maybe it's definitely some dwelling on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's more about not fixating on, it's hard not to fixate on the toxicity of the collective, but maybe seeing out the people that you think can help grow and be exemplary.
Mm-hmm.
So seeking out those people, which I know you do. I mean, glue is that, you know, glue is a part of that. It's an activism. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. Okay, where are we? Wow, we're doing fairly decent on time, I have to say, compared to the last time. All right, we are at, did I do one for VSMB? Yes, I did, right? I think so. I don't know. I think I did. They were the second person. Okay, they can write in the chat field. Okay, great. Thank you, Abby. Yeah, I did them after you. Okay, I have to turn the light on. Woo. All right. So, yeah, got it. Cool. Tay. All right. You have the Knight of Cups. So this is about playing in your, so cups is again emotions. We can see here there's playtime. So definitely feeling like inner child stuff, holding your inner child's hand and just being a little bit silly, getting a little bit loose, like having some bouts of laughter with yourself. and just being less serious, more heart-centered, and like silly willy billy. I just want to say, like, you need to say like that mantra every morning, silly willy billy. Or just something that makes you laugh, you know?
Like pretty much the way Grant and I talk to each other every day. So
okay, perfect. And this is also about what you need to do to protect your feelings and heart space. And are you overcompensating to protect your heart space? I think, were you one of the ones, one of us that said our heart felt blocked when we were doing the meditation? Yeah. So that's this too. So feeling that out, like, what is that? Where is that emanating from?
Right. It makes sense. Yeah. Which, in terms of, makes sense to me. Really, it's like very much related to my creative process right now too.
Yeah, just slowing down.
I'm writing like a memoir on trauma right now.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe I can just like, chill out a bit.
Yeah, slow down.
Blocking myself as I'm writing it because I don't want to deal.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so set some good healthy boundaries for yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're including like a good decent dose of playtime.
Yeah.
Do you play video games?
No. But I mean, no. I have my ways of like being goofy and accessing that.
Okay. Get a little, play with your inner child a little bit. Okay. And I know you know what that means.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know inner child, yeah.
Yes.
I thought so. All right, great. E-Dog. I can't unmute.
I can't see it. What is it?
The Last Judgment.
Oh.
It's the Judgment card.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty relevant. I've been really working hard on that, of being like conscious of my judgments and making things good or bad or right or wrong. Really been putting a lot of work on that.
Yeah. So this is like a good omen also to get the Judgment card. It means you're on a path, on a good directional path. You know what it is, you see it. Keep moving towards it. And who has the last judgment? It's not anybody alive.
That's for damn sure. Just try to have to remind yourself that every second of every day.
Yeah.
But kind of, it's also funny too, like with my hair, that I've done this knowing that it wasn't going to work out, right? But I was judging myself a lot about that, but I realized they're just creating a problem. But now I just keep forgetting that I have orange hair, so I don't pass that judgment.
There you go. I love it. But I would say this is good. I'm here, just do your website.
I know. Right.
Get on your path. You're there.
Yeah.
You're doing it. Yeah. Keep going. Keep it up. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jaime. I'm unmuting you. I don't even know if you're there.
I'm there.
Hi.
Hi. Look, I have a video.
I love you. Oh, there you are.
Hey, I'm here. Hi.
5 of Wands.
Sweet. This guy's been coming up for me.
Has he?
Yeah. I also got the page of the same card that Taylor got too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Knave of Cups.
Yeah, the Knave of Cups. There we go.
Yeah, so that's like double time play then. Play, play, play. Are you on fire?
No, well, I just decided to apply for this PhD program that I've been totally not making a decision about for like the last 5 months, and now I'm like, I have nothing but time to write this shit.
Yeah.
But now it's like put this pressure where before I made that decision, I was just like, I can bike all day, you know? And now I'm like, no, I actually should, I have to get this done in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Juggling.
Yeah.
You be juggling.
Yeah.
But you're good. I think think for this it's like about, well, I mean, you're a Leo, right?
Yes.
And you know how to deal with fire.
Yes.
It's pretty interesting, actually. We got a lot of fire and water. I even got that when I was drawing for the zine. It's just like fire and water and repeat. So Wands is fire, 5 is a bridge and or temptation.
Okay.
But I'm seeing it as more of a bridge for you. So it's about taking what you want to do creatively and building the connectors. So that makes sense then if you're applying for that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And it is saying like, do keep biking and doing those other things because that helps keep your mind fresh and you'll get insights and you'll receive from the divine. Are you meditating when you make fires?
I'm doing a lot of rolling when I make fires, like on the roller, and just trying to get into where my body's keeping stuff like negativity and like, yeah, I feel like I have a lot of work to work out with my body right now. Like I'm feeling it a lot physically, like what's happening in the world around us. It's very physical to me right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I told you the other day, I had like a panic attack. I never have those. Like I've had like one ever in my life before, and I had 2 within 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Balancing that shit out.
Yeah. That's that for sure. It ain't easy. I'm not gonna lie.
Nope.
But you can dance with that hot potato. I know you can. That's just who you are. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
I mean, is there any sort of specific play that it's suggesting, or like in a certain direction, like, or I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you to get the same book as Abbey. Do you have that book?
No, I don't. What was it called? Pleasure or something?
Pleasure Activism.
Pleasure Activism. Okay.
There's your answer.
Okay, I'll check it out.
You check it out. I mean, don't be like Jeffrey. When's the last time you took a sauna, by the way?
I haven't since this all started because we can't decide if it's like safe or not safe to be in the sauna, and he's using it almost every day, so.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's out of the question.
Yeah. It's an unknown at this point, so.
Yeah. Well, you've got your guitar. Are you making music?
Like every other day, I work on some music stuff. Not like heavily, but it's just like I'll write like a very quick song or like just kind of noodle for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be not like high pressure about that stuff right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so no, that's good. No high pressure because you've got enough coming in. But definitely you want to like keep it flowing.
Okay.
Keep yourself inspired. Fire by Washahachi? The Washahachi? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Maybe someone has a recommendation for you. Abbey has a recommendation for you. Bye, Daniel. I think that is everyone. Did I miss anyone? I'm gonna go through and do readings for people that took off. So you all don't have to stay if you don't want to. Thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to send you the zine. I'm super excited. All right. I'm going to keep reading, so if you want to stay on, you can. Eryn, I think this time, why I'm so dark. I have to turn the light on. I don't want to, but.
Okay. I know.
Now it's 30. Okay.
So did you make a list, or I was making some notes of some people I know that jumped off.
Yes. Oh. I'm trying to answer. Bye, Jaime.
Bye, Jamie.
Okay, so I'm gonna scroll up.
I know. Do you want me to just tell you who I know for sure, and you can?
There was 3 people that I saw.
Only 3?
Okay, you tell me.
Lolita.
Okay, Lolita. Let's just do it.
Okay, yeah, we'll just go through.
Lolita gets King of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
So this is saying you have all that you need. You have the abundance available to you, and to bake the bread and share with others whatever you can provide. And also kind of that you could be on a throne, but you'd rather be out providing for others. So doing your best to, I would do actually, have you heard of the 21 days of abundance thing going around? I'll send it to you.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, Bryan started a group, so maybe I'll connect her in with Bryan. I think it's like Oprah and Deepak Chopra doing it or something.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. They do a lot of like 2, like a month or daily thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say do that. You're the king of your domain. So, bake those buns. Dole them out to those in need. You've got it, girl. Okay. Und?
Okay. Johanna.
Johanna is 3 of Cups. All right. So 3 is like, whoa. Is my, can you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, my speaker is being weird. So 3 of Cups, it's kind of like creative explosion mixed with love.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to spread joy and utilizing this time to share your joy with others in new ways, I think, for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get creative with that. Share your love energy. It's there.
It does.
Is that your friend? I don't know who this is.
She leads out the circle that I'm in.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is
Does
she
a lot of love.
is she doing them online?
Yeah, we've been doing them online. She has two groups. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't say even 2. Maybe journaling could be good. Yeah. Okay. Who else?
Next. Did Etty get one?
No.
So nice to see her face.
I know. Hi, Etty.
Hi, Etty.
So great. I'm like, I feel like the pills.
I feel like you're like in an incubator or something.
I know. I feel like Michelin Man Pillsbury Doughboy. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So you have the 9 of Swords. Are you in a mental crisis? Can you? I know. Cheating. Can you see the silver lining? Or is that arrow going to go into your Achilles heel? Is it going to get you? I don't think it is.
I know.
But you have the mental capacity.
Yes, she does.
To dodge all the arrows.
She is very, she can navigate. Agile, that's it.
Yeah, you use your self.
Mm-hmm.
But also allow yourself to be in the crisis a little bit.
That's very brilliant. Everybody needs to hear that right now. We're so quick to just find a solution and get through it, right?
Don't search for solutions just yet.
Fix everything.
Think about the silver linings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We had one more, right?
Maryanne. My Maryanne.
And Nina, Doran.
And Minha. What? And then Deva didn't get one. Bryan.
Fuck.
Do Maryanne. Beautiful Maryanne.
Maryanne, you get the Knave of Wands. So, what you get to do is do some clearing. And I would, man, all of a sudden I want Jet's Pizza.
Yeah, you can definitely do some clearing with some Jet's Pizza.
Don't eat Jet's Pizza like I'm about to do.
You know, that's really important because she is extremely talented about flipping houses in real estate, and she just one that she was working on in Berkeley. She's finished and it's gorgeous. And now she's kind of staying there, so maybe she can use that as a physical basis for clearing not only herself but what she created.
Yeah, so this is about your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about protecting your creativity.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get mystical with that, or it could just be like you need to set up an alarm system. You can sage.
It could be mystical.
You can sage it. You can cast a protection spell for your creativity and what you've created.
Yeah. I think that's really relevant.
Yeah.
Especially because she's creating all of this, and then somebody's going to by her creation in that way,
Yeah.
like protect that. Yeah.
Yeah. So work on some clearing.
Mm-hmm.
If they need help hiring somebody, I have references.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if they do that kind of work themselves or not.
She can. She has. But she may want some guidance.
Yeah, there's like aura sprays and clearing sprays.
Yeah, she's into that.
I found some new person that they make some really cool stuff. So.
Oh, will you send that?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see.
Yeah. So there you are.
Okay, Minha. Oh, sorry.
Minha, I was about to ask if anyone had any questions. My brain is frizzy. Okay, Minha, you get the Beltane. I used this card in the zine.
Good. So I didn't realize it was there. So that's exciting.
Yeah, so this is about celebrating collectively in whatever way you can. Definitely get into the Beltane. Definitely do the spread. If you don't have cards, I don't know if you do. You could even, you can ask me. I'll do it. I'll pull the cards for you and you can look it up on your own, or I can send you references. Or do it with a friend that has some on Zoom. Bake yourself a little cake. Go pick some flowers. Go on.
Put the dew on your face.
Yeah.
Decorate. One thing too, like, I mean, it's very typical, the crowns and things, but you can decorate your window and you know, things like that.
Yeah.
One thing too, side note, I should have mentioned this, but with the ribbons for the maypole, of course, the colors that you choose of the ribbon is symbolic.
Yeah. That we can add that in.
Yeah.
It's not done yet. I have to finish it now.
Yeah.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. There you have it.
That's great.
Get springy. Do a little spring jig in your house.
Like this.
Make a spring playlist for Beltane. There's your homework.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Make sure one song is about bunny rabbits. Okay, or robins.
So you got B dog and D dog.
B dog and D dog?
Uh-huh.
B dog and D dog. I don't know. I didn't say who it was for.
No. Well, Bryan, you said first, so.
Okay, B dog. King of Swords. Edward Scissorhands.
Yep.
Watch it. Cry a little bit when you watch it.
Yeah, a lot.
I
watched that not that long ago.
Bryan actually reminds me of Edward Scissorhands, kind of.
I know he does. He does. I just sent this picture.
Who?
Oh no! Oops, sorry. I sent that for Minha. It's to digress, a William Blake painting of the fairies and they're dancing around, and it just reminds me of Beltane. So, anyway.
Of this card?
No, back to Minha.
Oh, of the Beltane.
Of Beltane, yeah. It's a William Blake where all the fairies are dancing around in a circle, and it reminds me of Mayday. They're pretty.
Oh, you should send it.
So sorry I interrupted.
No, it's okay. Okay, so this is the king of the mind. Mental activity, mental awareness. I do feel you are probably in a good spot with that. So
A lot of work too.
yeah, you've been doing a lot of work and now
Yes.
you have arrived. So enjoy it a little bit.
It's important to hear.
But you also might want to put down some of the sorts. Mental activity. Find a way to sniff that rose that you're holding.
Oh. I just have a picture of him sniffing rose. So cute.
Very cute. Actually, I want to log in. That just reminded me they're doing a thing right now.
What?
They're streaming some nerd thing with Leisure Muffin that I want to watch.
Oh, okay. Well, got one more to go.
Yeah. Deva.
Yep. What do you get?
Queen of Pentacles.
Oh, yeah. Love that one.
I mean, this is another Beltane beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the fruits, my love.
Yep.
I think you should do an in-house date.
Yeah. With crema. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And make a pineapple upside down cake.
Okay. I was just eating pineapple.
Really?
No. Oh, that sounds delicious. She reminds me of a pineapple upside down cake. I don't know. It's perfect.
I mean, he knows what this card is.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Right, he's getting this card.
Mm-hmm.
It will be affirmative.
Maybe they're doing a date night right now as we speak.
Oh. Okay, we'll do another one for Beltane.
Right.
Look at the dog. Oh,
Yeah, I forgot I wanted to ask him a question. So, can I just come stay with him until 2025?
Oh, yeah.
Can we just come there until 2025? I think that sounds good.
Yes. The answer is yes. Yeah, me too. How much is the rent?
Yeah, we're gonna come for 5 years. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Only 5. I think let's do it.
Yeah, I know, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we can drive there.
I've been thinking about it. I really have.
Wouldn't that be an awesome experience if we drove?
As long as you don't get hijacked or something.
Right, we probably will. But that's okay.
I gotta learn Spanish first.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do Spanish immersion this winter.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do, guys.
Did I do?
Okay. Huh?
Did I do your card?
Mm-hmm. Judgment.
Shauna's. Where is Shauna?
You did Shauna's.
No, I know, but she's on. It's just the 3 of us hanging
I
out.
have a feeling she just forgot to turn it off. Maybe walked away. Maybe forgot to leave. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, I need.
Oh, there she is. Hi. Beautiful.
I didn't know what was going on. I could hear. Well, anyway, I'm here.
Hi. Oh, my love. How are you? You doing okay?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, given the circumstances.
Yeah, it's actually I don't know.
I'm gonna stop the recording though. Yeah.